Okay students, now we will take another application of dimensional analysis, that is, you can say, the finding the possible formula of a physical quantity. We are calling it possible formula because we cannot calculate the value of constants involved. That is again another limitation of dimensional analysis. Now there are certain basic steps. So for discussing those basic steps, we are taking an example. Say for example, in a question it is given that a particle is vibrating and energy of that oscillating or vibrating particle is depending upon the amplitude A of oscillation, frequency F of oscillation, and the mass of the particle m. So in that case, find the possible formula for the energy of the particle using the method of dimensions, or you can say the dimensional analysis. So the step 1 is, because when we say depends, it can be any power, like power 1, power 2, power 3, any value can be there. So step 1 is we say, and there can be any constant involved also. That's why we say, write the first step, let the formula is energy E is given, so we will write E, means the quantity whose formula you have to calculate, we take it on left hand side. Then put the proportional sign and all the other variables, means on which it depends, with unknown powers. So now mass, amplitude and frequency, these three symbols are given in the question. So we will take them in unknown powers, say P, Q and R. Because we don't know what is the value, because if it is directly proportional then also it depends. If it is inversely proportional then also it depends. If power is half, 1 by 3, 2, 3, whatever value is there, in all the cases it will depend. So now we have our work is to calculate the values of these terms P, Q and R. So step 1 is write the formula in this form, and then we put the proportionality constant. Now in this case the constant will not have any unit, because whatever quantities are having the unit, that will be specified in the question, like in this case mass, amplitude and frequency. So that's why we say K is a dimensionless constant. So now step 2 will be we put the proportionality constant and we have to specify it is dimensionless constant. Then next step, we write the dimensional formula of both the sides, means whatever quantities are involved, so we write the dimensional formula of those quantity of both sides. The left hand side it is giving energy, so we write ml2 t minus 2. Right hand side it is mass, that is capital M. Then it is given amplitude is a maximum displacement on either side, so we take means to for sort of distance, so it means L power Q. And frequency, you know the formula, frequency is 1 upon time period, the value of unit is t power minus 1. So we get m power p, L power q, t power minus 1. So on calculating this value, we get ml 2t minus 2 on the left hand side, and right hand side we are having m power p, L power q and t power minus r. Now next step is equate the power on two sides, because the principle of homogeneity says if a formula is correct, then the overall dimensional formula of left hand side and right hand side should be the same. So we equate the power of two sides, so we get P is equals to 1, Q is equals to 2 and R is equals to minus 2. So in this case minus R is minus 2, means R is equals to 2. So and now we substitute the values in the equation 1, which we have assumed the formula of your energy. So we get the final answer, possible formula of energy is E is K, where K is proportionality constant, into M power 1, A power 1, A power 2 into F power 2, means M A square F square. Now if this question is coming, in this when we are equating the two sides, then we don't have to solve the equations. So in that case you can say it is basically the direct method of solving the equation simply by comparison. So this sort of question can be there in 2.5 or 3 marks. And if the quantities involved are like that, where the equations are formed and we have to solve those equations following the method of linear equations, then the number of marks allotted to the question will increase. Now another question we are taking, say a particle is performing uniform circular motion, and question is saying if force acting on the particle is depending upon mass m of the body, radius r of the path and velocity v of the particle, then find the possible formula of the force acting on the particle. So again the same rule we take, say for example we take possible formula is F is m power a, r power b and v power c. This is our equation 1. So next step is directly we write it with the proportionality constant, which is dimensionless. Now step 2, there is no need of giving the statements for these steps. The important steps only we are specifying. That is, we write the dimensional formula of left hand side. We get m L T minus 2 for force. Now here m power A, L power B, because radius is a sort of distance, and velocity is LT minus 1. So LT minus 1 power C. Now we take all the m terms together, L terms together and T terms together, following the rules of powers or indices which we have done in maths. So we get the first equation, and then we saw after solving we equate the power of two sides. So we get A is equals to 1. Then minus C is minus 2 means C is equals to plus 2, and B plus C is 1. It means B plus 2 is 1 or B is minus 1. So our final answer becomes the formula of force will be K m power 1 r power minus 1 V power 2, where K is dimensionless proportionality constant. Now we will take remaining questions in the next video.